Hey everybody, Xdesign 101 here. Sorry I haven't posted a video in a little bit. I've been writing songs. If you guys want to check those out, just check out the Xdesign Rap section. Right now we're gonna continue off our tutorial series with making a pet and a simple chest. Like a treasure chest. Simple treasure chest. Alright, so let's start off with the pet here. Let's start off by creating an empty. Call this, let's see here, my character pack, new. We don't actually have anything here, so let's go check our asset store and find some sort of monster that we want to make a pet. Well, looks like we haven't updated something. Nothing that's to us. Okay, anyway, so 3D models, characters, and humanoids, or let's go with fantasy. Let's see if we can find something kind of interesting. Should be something. A little too toony, but it could work. You know what? We'll get this golem. I know this bad boy works. I've used them in a previous project with one of Leslie's other creations. It was RPG? Something RPG, Uni RPG, that's what it was called. It's free right now in the asset store. I might make tutorials on that, who knows. For now, I'm just going to continue off with Plygame. So let's import our golem here. We are going to make this a mini golem instead of a huge golem. You know, because he's a pet and we don't want our pets to be too big. So let's go find our golem here. There we go, golem. Drag and drop our golem into this game object here. He's already pretty small, but I think that might be a little too small. So excuse me if you heard that. I just burped. Let's toss in our character here. Oops. Yeah, see, that is way too small for the golem. Let's see what. I kind of want to make him a little like chibi size too, so maybe 1.7, shrink him down. So we'll go like. I'll keep him like 2 in height. 2.3. Let's go with like 2.6 and 2.6. There we go, I like that. Our little golem dude that is gonna follow us around. Okay, we can get rid of our main character now. And then just start slowly working on our golem. So design your golem the same way you would any other NPC. Or well, because it is a pet, but it's an NPC. Pet snow golem. Yeah, start adding some Plygame stuff to it. Character, player, it's not a player. We just want NPC here, NPC controller. And then we gotta go back into character, NPC, movement, pro, nav mesh, character, animation, legacy animation, idle, walk, run. Much faster to do it this way. Death. Do. Alright, cool. That's everything we needed for him. Well, not necessary. We still gotta make him a skill at some point, but for now we just we're gonna make him a skill, but one thing at a time. He is going to be using a follow mode. We'll just leave it at stay, and because it's a pet, when you'll see in just a second here. Let me see if there's anything else we should change. Itch destroy should probably be about like 2-3 seconds. Nothing crazy. Its initial level just as a pet. The snow golem should be, I don't know, we'll make it like level 5. Pet snow golem, yada yada. Can detect player. No wait, well, no, not kinetic. Can detect NPCs. So it's going to detect the NPC for combat, hostile. Right now we're not quite sure what we're going to need to change in this when it's fighting our NPCs, but we can always check out our samurai here and see what his is at. So his seem to be at the same, so we can just leave it as is, and if it's not working then we'll adjust these disengage, disengage, and engage, because the max distance and min distance for both of these, you know, can affect you in ways. So throw him in the starting faction of pet that we created in another tutorial earlier. We're going to want to add a apply blocks. In our apply blocks, we're going to want to add a on state enter, and then this is what's going to set our character set status towards player. No. NPC, here you go. So idle follow, set self to follow, and character player. There you go. That's all you really need to do, is when you spawn it, it's gonna set itself to follow the player. So now we need to make 2 skills, one that the golem can use to attack, and the other so that you can spawn the golem. First off, as you can see, we're missing 2 things. We need to adjust our nav mesh agent here. It's just a little off. We're probably going to want to bring that up to 0.6. There we go. It's still a bit off. Oh, never mind. We did not need to do that. turns out that it was a delay reaction here on that part. Alright, raise the height just a little bit here. Okay, cool, that's good. The stopping distance in the nav mesh agent also could have some things to do with why monsters cannot properly attack each other. So again, work with that. Let's see here what our stopping distance for this was. We left that at 1. So for now, we'll see how it works when that comes to it. I'm gonna save the pet snow golem now because he's in that saving state. Yeah, let's head on over to our skills tab in the Plygame editor. We're gonna want to create summon pet snow golem. You can summon a pet snow golem, and he will, and you know, people are so like feminist and stuff nowadays. Well, maybe not feminist, but like, I don't know. I feel like I would just get bitched at if I called the snow golem a he right now. So, but I don't want to call it either. So we're just not even going to continue the sentence. We're just going to keep it as you can summon a pet snow golem. Anyway, let's head on over to the edit events here. Let's add a state. Continue down here. We're going to want the PlyRPG skill on skill activate. Since this is a summoning, we're not going to be using on skill hit, it's just going to be on the on skill activate. So what we're going to want to do with this is create an instance, so objects, create instance of, move this over just a little bit, NPCs, pet snow golem at position, world position of player. See, we don't necessarily want it to spawn right at the player. Okay, now so we want to get position. That won't get that. Damn it. There was another thing that I did once before, but I can't remember what I did. It allowed me to like get the position of the player, but also add a like offset. No. I swear. Set position. No. It has to be like get position. Set, no. Vector 3 from let's see here. Let's get position. Go back into math. from vector 3, no. Shitty things. Vector 3 a plus b. Oh, there we go. Let's go back to objects here. Get position of player. And then so the Z. Oops, wrong button. So we want the Z to be 0.1, or even just 1. Yeah, we'll have the Z at like 1. So let's test that out. First off, I need to actually give my character the skill here. Start skills. Summon pet snow golem. And let's see what happens. Alright, well. We have our summon pet snow golem here. We can attach right here. Our pet snow golem had spawned 1 in front, as you can see, which wasn't enough. We needed to set his turning speed. So, pet snow golem. See, we need to set that to like 700 instead of 10. Keep it at its idle mode at stay because we changed it on its spawn. Remember that. Let's go back into that skill. So, I'm thinking like 3. Alright, so let's just grab the skill here, pop it on. Now when I press on here, I know there's no picture so you can't see it, but here we go. It has spawned. And it's gonna follow me. Now, as you can see, he kind of stands a little bit away from me, so I can do to adjust some of its min follow distance and everything, so if I just set it to follow, it's min distance. We'll do it 3 and its max distance like 5, so it stays close by. We'll see if that, because I know that we're going to get a little warnings and it's going to say that it's going to be changing it to something else because it's not set, but I'm pretty sure since it's not in the map to begin with, it might not cause an issue, so I guess we'll see. So it reverted to stay mode, but it looks like it's closer now. So it did remember the settings that I set it to. So if we go to our demo scene here, pet snow golem, yeah, 3 and 5 are min distance, max distance. So go ahead and set your idle mode to follow, but don't set a target. You can set a target if you want to prevent this reverting to stay mode issue here. It's not really a problem, it's just like a little notification saying that's what it's doing. And as you can see, is that really the idle? The idle of the snow golem kind of sucks, not gonna lie. Anyway, I need to put him closer to the floor. Well, actually, I believe all of us are floating. Yeah, we are. That's just because of the way I have the nav mesh baked. Work with the nav mesh a little bit and we'll get rid of that issue. But we'll do that a little later. Let's actually get a skill. So now, if I get really close to the golem, as you can see, he'll walk away from me. See, we're missing one more thing for our golem here. Let's see your pet golem. He is missing a capsule collider. So let's pop this bad boy right back in there. There you go, it is now sized to just about the same as that one. No, the combat will work between the two. Click apply, delete it. Now we can go on and make our skill for the golem. So this skill can be universal between the pet golem and the actual golem that you're going to use. So we're just going to call it snow golem attack. So this attack will be usable by both your golem and the regular golem we will put in the game. Execution time 1, cooldown time 1. Perform while moving, no force stop can be queued. Actor must face target, yada yada. We'll adjust these settings in a second here. Well, valid targets, it's going to be hostile. Target methods selected. Get rid of auto. User instant selected hostile. You can do obstacles, so like wall. If you're placing trees manually, you can do tree. If you're using the nav mesh, the paint trees, then you obviously can't do that, but whatever. That should be fine for now. We'll go into the apply blocks of that. And we're gonna want the on skill activate and on skill hit. On skill activate, we're going to want to play the animation. Yes. We want to blend animation. Let's go to our golem here. This golem's animation is punch. Blend character animation punch on. Variables, temp game object, skill owner. So now we're blending this punch animation to the skill owner, which would be the golem. And then on hit here, we're just going to character, change attribute of health of self, so back to variables, game object. If you really want to see any of those extra variables, we have our hit point, the position vector, and world space where the hit occurred. So I'm going to use hit point here. And then we want to now like in our slash here, we could be, you know, doing something like this to get like damage and stuff. But for now, I'm thinking since it's a monster, you could just 2 times whatever its level is. Or we could be a bit more advanced and give it its own like 3 stats and stuff, like attributes like attack, strength, and defense. And then, you know what I mean, like we can do that for sure. I don't want to extend this particular video too much, so what we'll do is we'll just do the basic way here, and in the next video I will we will completely switch up our pet here and make him functional with an attack, strength, and defense, and a proper attack. So for now we're just going to want to go into our math here, float a times b, and we're going to want common float minus 2 times get level of player, oh well, skill owner, variables, temp game object, skill owner, get level from skill owner. So -2 times 5, get the calculator here. Yeah, it's gonna be 10, man. I don't know why I just didn't, like, the negative, when I do negatives it throws me off. Okay, but anyway, I guess it could have made sense that it was gonna be 10, but yeah. So it's gonna be hitting 10 in anyway, so. There you go, that's just the basic way to do that. So now we just gotta go all over to our snow golem here. Into our open blocks, we're gonna add a on AI think. And in on AI think, we want to let self use the skill. Use skill, let self use skill. Snow golem attack. The snow golem should have the attack in its start skills here. So now if we check our factions here, our pet and monster is hostile to each other. Perfect. Let's grab our pet here, summon him. Okay, cool. So anyway, he's just gonna keep casting his attack because I kinda didn't really give it any hold back. As you can see, his like animations are Okay, so what is this here? Just the first things first, I'm gonna fix the snow golem. On A, I think. Flow. If is engaged. If self is engaged, let self. Boom, there we go. Super simple there. On skill, hit the hit point. Jeez. Okay. Hit point vector 3. Hit point vector 3. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be a vector 3. Oops. So temp vector 3 hit point. So like if we go back down here, yeah, see it's vector 3. That's where we done fucked up here. My bad. Oh no, actually that's supposed to be hit object. If you're using a particle system for your like blood splatter, that would be your hit point in vector 3. My bad. And then alright, let's give that a shot. I'm gonna grab a weapon this time around so I can combat these guys with me. Let's go, golem. Yeah, see, that golem just helped me own that dude. So, let's say I leave my golem out here first. I don't know if I set that NPC to attack pets or other NPCs. See, yeah, see, it comes straight towards me. Okay, so the golem seems to rather face me than actually do its combat stuff, so let's add a little bit of pizzazz to this golem so that it acts smarter here. So when it's engaged, we want to set its character its idle wander. We'll set its idle wander here. Or no, we'll actually set it to stay. When it's engaged, we'll set it to stay. And then actor. I guess clear selection could work. Then we're going to set the follow mode back to this one. Alright, well, let's see how that goes. Because in this way it should actually pay attention to the monster it's attacking instead of trying to follow me while it's attacking. Let's go back in there and take another look at what's going on here. So on AI think, if engaged, let's self use golem attack. Okay. Skills, snow golem. Actor must face target. Okay, so that's doing that. See, this isn't doing a clear selection, so like on A, I think, if self is engaged, this event is triggered in the blocks on the NPC object only. It is called at a regular interval as a specific by think interval property, yada 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 yada. Okay, I see, that makes sense. So we check if it's engaged, and then we let self use skill when it's engaged. But it can't be fucking following me at the same time. That's just a bit ridiculous. So that's why we try to okay, now see, I know how I'm gonna do this now. See, go back into character. See, right, we're gonna use idle wander. You can optionally change the point around where the NPC will wander, changing its assumed spawn point location. That point object, get position of self, set self to wander around point, well, position of self, let self use skill, yada yada. Now we want to go to our flow. it's not engaged, if not self is engaged, we'll then set follow player. So yeah, that should work here. And that should be a nice flow too. Alright, let's go there, buddy. So yeah, he's following me again. But he didn't seem to fight the target. Okay, so we're gonna go to our samurai. Can detect NPCs when status to hostile. So this way it could potentially attack my golem and kill that. Alright, last possible thing to really get this we can actually force it to face. Character. Request to look at, ask the character to look at the specified location. And that would be its target. And then gets, so we want world position of get selected of self. There's other ways you could obviously do this. As I recall, I didn't need to do that much stuff before, so I'm obviously doing something differently, but I like the way the flow is actually working for the pet, because it seems a lot smarter than it did before in my previous uses, so this is clearly because I've been using this for a while. Anyway, so the pet's following me. Real soon he's gonna, oh, there he goes, he faced, boom. I assume that these two are not close enough together. That's why it's not attacking him. But as you can see, now that he's done fighting, he is back on my side. That's like just starts fighting and he doesn't like I remember the skill used to just make itself move towards like 1 is the max distance from self, I guess we'll do. Cause yeah. Sorry it's taking so long, but I don't want to leave you guys with like some shit, right? Like he should move a little forward when doing his attacks. Cause I was just way too far away. There we go, now he's closer. Why does he attack from so far? I'm gonna modify the pet golem stopping distance. Wow. I really dislike when that happens. I don't know why Unity's program ceases to do this all the time. Especially if this screwed up any of my shit. This is really gonna be annoying. Okay, that seems to be fine. Okay, well that's fine. Stopping distance 0.1. I don't really think the player has a stopping distance, but if I do, we're gonna change that. Yeah, no. There we go. Stopping distance of those two have been changed. So that means it should work better now. Alright, well, this seems like the pet's working properly now. But I'm gonna want to like leave them sort of like in the way to getting attacked here. Yep, there we go. So you seem to be working. Because the golem's a little smaller, you'll probably make his attacking. You wouldn't. You could always probably kind of put like an effect where his punches come out. You know what I mean? So it looks like he's using like a snow punch or something. That's probably what I'll do. A little particle effect, a little snow particle effect. For now, not gonna do anything. It's working. He's close enough. If he was a regular sized golem, he would be attacking, and I have no weapon, so I can't exactly fight yet. Let's go pick up this weapon here. Oh wow, I ended up getting like a super rare drop, the sword. And yeah. Alright, well, thanks for watching this tutorial, guys. Take care.